players want to come in, and that is ultimately creating good in terms of allowing people to create better opportunities, that's a good thing. Right? And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, this is why I quit Microsoft, and this is really what we're trying to do in terms of the vision. And, you know, how do we do that?
Online we've been there for about a year and a half, started in 2007 March, and
what's the URL?
citizenmatters.in. You can take a copy of the magazine which has the URL also. And recently, 6 months back, we launched a print edition, which is a free community news magazine, which is distributed and available for pickup in South Bangalore. And the idea of making it free is that everybody gets it, and it kind of builds a community glue that, you know, what you and the news that you and I talk about makes it, you know, share something, right? It's a shared view of society. So that was what we were doing. And one thing we have is, we have what we call an open platform, which means we commission stories from experienced journalists and writers. We have staff writers, two of them, stories that we commission, take around back and usually the more in-depth kind of stories. We have a lot of citizens writing in, whether they are RWA presidents or from NGOs or from anywhere, because they have their stories to share, which are important enough. And many times it does not need trained journalists to actually go and put it on newspaper, right? So people are pretty good at sharing their own stories with a little bit of editorial help from us. And we have experts, whether you know, if it's a local MLA or an expert on some civic committee that the government has set up, or somebody who's you know, runs an part of NGOs who are experts in their field, right? Whether they're teachers or you know, they understand health or whatever. And the daily section of people write for us, and it's open, anybody can write. Right? Now, right now, about 30% of our content comes from paid people, right? Whether they and largely at this point it's about civic issues. People are writing about, okay, there is this problem, the bus stop has been shifted, and why it has been shifted, what are the alternatives. So they give a full story, not just a complaint, right? A complaint is, or a letters to editor is the standard mode, but we're trying to go beyond that. Then the other type of things from NGOs, we are doing this, or we're holding this blood camp, and this is what we are gaining, this is what people looking at the impact, and so on. So that's the other section. And we also provide, for non-profits, we provide a way to directly connect and have, like they have a press release or something they want to say, we publish it as this. Otherwise, regular stories are always, you know, verified, and to an extent, citizen journalism is also reviewed and edited. That's how we kind of ensure that we have a credible quality of the voice. Okay. So now, a large part of what we're doing is what people call citizen media. So that is the background from which I'm coming from.
Can you still more about how you use mobile technology?
Okay. The mobile technology is, at this point, what we have, m.citizenmatter.in is the mobile website. It is just a version of the internet site, right? We have, we publish stories every day. There are about a dozen stories every week that go on, whether they are features or in-depth news or people's diaries and voices. Everything goes as articles, right? And that is presented in a way convenient for, so that you can read it in your mobile.
What is the address you said?
m.citizenmatters.in. Now, if you ask me, yeah, the backward. But if you ask me to be frank, I don't think it's a big deal. Anybody can do this. Any website, in fact, if you have GPRS, you can still browse directly read.com, right? You don't need the mobile version. It's just got a different presentation, so it's easier to read the text. Yeah. But that's not a big deal. What is the ideal thing we'd like to do? I won't get into that now because I don't want to talk just about citizen matters. I want to talk about how, in a urban context, how can people utilize mobile technology and get information. Right? So there are three sections that I am thinking of talking about, but before that, would you like to now do the introduction so you can... which I'm going to go through. The three sections that I talk about is one is SMS journalism, how people can actually share information. You can say, okay, here I saw this traffic accident, this is what happened. Right? That doesn't require a journalist to be a reporter to go running around and cover it. He's there on site. Typical CTV reporting. So that is SMS-based journalism. The other thing is having public debates. I'd like to get a sense of what people think about having. One of the main problems that we have is the reason why government goes around with their own thing, and then at the end of some decision, whether it's a road widening or whatever, people come and protest. But you don't have a continuous public conversation happening on various topics. So how can we use mobile technology to actually have conversations? Right? That is one point. The second point. Third point was.
And so, this is a place that we've been working on a lot recently.
The third point was about government information. When there's a lot of interaction that we have with whether you want to find out, for example, if you're there in the local, or you want to know what is whether your property tax filing is fine, is there any fine or whatever, those kind of details. That interface, a lot of that can be easily done over mobile, because not everybody is internet enabled. Even though there is a BBMP website, it's terribly kludgy and difficult to use. It's much easier if they have a simple interface. Send an SMS to this thing, check which is your local polling booth. Tomorrow is your election. Where is my polling booth? Is my name on it? It's a very, very simple application. So these are the kind of ideas that I just want to propose, and there are enough people who are interested in implementing.
Something important that we see across all populations is that even though you're low literate, you can barely read isolated words, you can still read numbers. Arabic numerals, 150. That's called Arabic numerals, 150. Everybody that we have met, I've been focusing on urban poor, urban populations, but everybody can read numbers. So you can see in a way it's very simple to use. Because
for developers,
yeah.
so you don't need to develop anything. It's not for anybody.
It's not that in every phone in the world it takes long. So, but by the way, you guys were no better, but I think there are two types of USSD. One is a single session USSD, one is a multiple session USSD. I don't want to make this conversation very technical, but so that it's relevant to everybody. Multiple session is like a menu where you go back and forth like an SSD, and single session is where you dial a string of numbers. You dial like star 560, star something, and then hash. It's like a string of numbers and it's just that you select one and then you get something back. What is it? Sorry. So it can be for anything. It can be for anything. Let's say.
Just give a simple example, right? You want to know your balance, you just press star 1, 2, 3 hash.
Exactly.
So it just
So any kind of information retrieval.
Like the recharge.
It could be recharge, it could be balance inquiry, it could be anything. It's like some information that you're trying to retrieve.
Right? So very clear. Okay, so can we if you don't mind, can we start from here? I was just trying to focus on how we can manage this platform that we're all on. We all have this interest, right? Your interest or BOP, whatever it is. I'm trying to see how I can manage this interest with using this platform to give the people who we are